Hi gang, we are on our next video lesson here. Note should look like this, angles and parallel lines. Again, this stuff is my favorite, so I hope you are enjoying it too. I guess I can make this bigger. Notes look like this. Today is kind of like an extension of our last lesson, but today we can find angle measures if our lines are parallel. So I'm gonna zoom in just a bit here. Maybe that's too much, I don't know. Okay, I feel like this is where it's at. Something like this. Okay. So, last time, what happened? What happened in our notes? We basically had a picture like this, but our lines weren't parallel. So today we are going to have parallel lines, and it's going to tell us something special about our angle pairs. So let's see what happens if we have parallel lines. So if we have parallel lines and they are cut by a transversal, then each pair of corresponding angles, so the ones that are in matching spots, are congruent, meaning they are the same measure. Beautiful. Okay, our next one. Our alternate interior angles, they become also congruent. So the ones that are on opposite sides on the inside of our parallel lines are the same. If you have parallel lines and you have alternate exterior angles, they are also congruent, the same. So these ones are always the same. The goofy one, our consecutive interior angles are supplementary, meaning what, you guys? 180 or 90? What do they add to? 180. Yes, they add to 180. And then just a good reminder, remember, vertical angles are always congruent. Those are the ones that make an X, the ones that are across from each other. Those guys are congruent. And the linear pair, the ones that make a line, because they're linear and there's two of them, they add to 180. But those are a review. Kind of a lot of information in this little box. I realize that, and that's not like I'm presenting my lesson like I normally would be to you. So no, again, once we practice some of these things, it becomes more concrete. We learn it. It's amazing. It's a good time. Okay. Oh no. Okay. I found my calculator. Good. Okay. Let's see here. So, example 1. I feel like, can we see that enough? I hope so. Okay. It says, given the measure of angle 1 is 65 degrees, find the measure of each missing angle. Give your reasoning. So it's kind of exciting. If we know one of these 8 angles, we can find the rest of them. So again, mark your picture. A picture is worth 1,000 words. So mark it. We know that angle 1 is 65 degrees. And now it's just kind of like playing Sudoku. Maybe that's why I like this, because it's just like what equals what, and you can figure it out. So we have vertical angles, right? So angle 1 and 3 are vertical, so they're equal. So this would be 65 degrees. So now over here, I'm going to put 65 degrees. And why is that? Well, it's a vertical angle to angle 1. Vertical angle to angle 1. Okay. Angle 2, okay, look at that, guys. 1 and 2, they make a line, and there's 2 of them, so they are a linear pair. So we know that angle 1 and 2 are supplementary. So what's 180 minus 65? We should get what? 115. So angle 2 is 115, and we could say linear pair to angle 1, I suppose. Okay. Now number 4, you have a couple options. It's a linear pair to angle 1. It's vertical to angle 2. Either way, we're going to get the same number. I'm just going to say it's vertical to angle 2 because that's easier. 115. So we're going to say 115 for angle 4 because it is vertical angle to angle 2. Okay, and now we can use our fun angle pairs to give us the bottom guys. So we can see, you guys, look, that angle 1 and 5, they're in matching spots, right? They're both in that top left corner. So if this guy is 65 degrees, this guy right here is 65 degrees. So angle 1 and 5 are corresponding angles. The corresponding angle to angle 1. Let's see here. We could do angle 1 and 7 are alternate exterior, right? And we know that alternate exterior angles are congruent. So it is also 65 degrees. So I'm going to say alternate exterior angle 1 less. Yes, it is. And now, just so we practice these new things, 3 and 6 would be our consecutive interior, right? And we know that consecutive interior angles are supplementary. Good, good, good. So we would know that 180 minus 65 would give us angle 6, which we already know is 115. So we're going to say consecutive interior to angle 3. And then angle 8, we have so many different options. We have a linear pair we could do. We have vertical angles, alternate exterior. What do we want to do? It doesn't matter. I just kind of like alternate exterior angles, so I know 2 and 8 are the same. Alternate exterior angles. Boom. Alternate exterior angle to angle 2. So do you folks see how there's a bunch of different ways you could have gone about this? There's more than one right reasoning for how you got to whatever you got to. The biggest thing is we noticed that there's only 2 different angle measures, right? 65 and 115. It's kind of nice, right? Okay, I think we're okay there. Let's see how this next bottom one goes. It's a little more tricky, a little more intricate, but that's fine. We can handle these kinds of things. You're going to want to be really good at writing on your picture for this. And again, sometimes it's not as easy as just going in order of your numbers. You're just going to want to maybe fill out your picture, and then we'll worry about this bottom part after. So maybe I'll zoom in just a tish on just this picture, and then we can, where is my zoom? And then we can focus on filling that other part out afterwards, maybe? Yeah, I think that's a great plan. Okay. Focus, we're focusing. Okay, so here we are. They're telling us the measure of angle 7 is 38 degrees, so mark that, folks. The measure of angle 10 is 102. Find the measure of each missing angle. Okay, and remember those little triangles tell us that these lines are parallel, so that's going to be very helpful for us because now we have all these extra things we know about parallel lines. So let's just go around and start with the easy ones, okay? So let's look. So 102 is right here for angle 10. 10 and 12 are vertical angles, right? So if this guy's 102, 12 is 102. Then we'll notice we have a linear pair, right? So 10's 102, 11 we subtract from 180. 180 minus 102, you guys, is 78. Okay, now if angle 11 is 78, so is 9 because these guys are vertical. Okay, now let's work on these 4 right here. So angle 2 is corresponding to 10. So this guy's 102. And now, right, it's just the exact same thing. If this is 102, 4 is 102. Angle 1 would be 78. Angle 3 is 78. Oh boy, how are we doing? Can you guys read that? I'm sorry. Bear with me. You're doing great. All right. So now the challenge is how we're going to figure out these bottom 8. Well, fortunately, they give us one, and now it's the same process we just did for those top 8. So if 7's 38, it's vertical to 5. So then 5 is 38. Now we have a linear pair between 7 and 8. So to find our missing one, we subtract from 180. So 180 minus 38 is 142. So angle 8 is 142, angle 6 is 142, and now we copy it over, kids. So corresponding to 6 would be 14, so 142, 38, 142, 38. Okay, so now let's transfer all of our angle measures over here to our picture, just so you have it down. I'll do it quick here. Hopefully you end up with something similar to this. Okay, beautiful. Flip the page. I gotta find my other page. Okay, I found it. And we gotta zoom out. So we are gonna skip that top example for class because, I don't know, I don't wanna do another one without you guys being in front of me. So let's go down to like the algebra parts. So it says, let's pick a different color here. Directions, if L is parallel to M, find the value of each missing variable. Easy work, we can do this. Okay, let's do this top one. So let's first decide what kind of angles are we dealing with. So this angle is right here and 133 is right there. What special angle pair do we have? That would be consecutive interior angles. So that was step 1. Step 2, are consecutive interior angles supplementary or what's the word I'm looking for? Congruent. Which ones are they? These ones are supplementary. Yes, good job. So, if I add these 2 angles together, they're going to equal 180. And now we just solve this nice linear equation because we love that. 2 plus 133 is 135. Subtract that 135 over, and we get what? 45? Divide by 9, and we find that x is 5. Perfect. And that's it. That's all we had to do on that. Easy peasy. Okay, let's do this next one. So remember step 1, what kind of angles are we dealing with? Well, these 2 angles are in matching spots, which makes them corresponding angles. So now we're thinking, are corresponding angles supplementary or congruent? They are indeed congruent. So set those bad boys equal to each other. They are the exact same measure. All right, bring your x's to one side, your numbers to the other. So I'm going to bring my x's to the left. And then I'm going to add over 47. Oh, that's weird. We get another 45. That's exciting. Divide by 5 and we get 9. I think we're gonna end the video here. We will do those last 2 examples in class when I see you next. Have a super rest of your day, and I will see you soon, kids. Adios.